Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a double feature request from Gray, who wanted rounds with the Gaz-L and or R in both his and his brother's custom color schemes. We're starting with his brother's, and I've got Nurse Gundam with me and Nexo Hunter. Nurse Gundam is in the Gaz R, so I really should stick with her so we can work together, but I didn't think as usual. I wander around when I play this. It's a bad habit and it gets me in a lot of trouble, but I just tend to, especially as a raid, I tend to wander around and look for the best opening, which puts me back and forth a lot. So, unfortunately, I think Nurse Gundam thought I was right behind her, and when she and number 4 end up fighting in that alley, and she's expecting me to be fighting, that can be a problem. But number 4 is a Mark II. I'm sure they'll do a fine job, but yeah, I just did not think to stick with her because brain. But the Gaz-L is really excellent. I really do enjoy using it, even when I don't land a lot of the power attacks, which sometimes I don't. But it is a raid with a power attack and a bunch of fun weapons, and yeah, a ton of damage. That was I think that was a fellow raid I just did all that. No, that was a J-gun. I just did most of its life 2 in 1 hit. So all I have to do is land a shot now, and I knew that if it tried to take a shot at me, mine would, at least one of mine would connect as it did, so there we go. But yeah, it's really fun to use, and fairly strong, and it is, I believe, the only user of a left-handed melee weapon in the game. So as a left-handed person, that's kind of appealing. Also, it means that you can hit at angles that the enemy does not necessarily expect you to be able to attack from, because everything else in the game, just about almost everything, has some kind of right-handed melee pattern. So yeah, very interesting to have a left-handed mobile suit. I'm happy with it, and yeah. That's our Zoc. And let's see. I just have to figure out where to get. There's somebody who's there by themselves. It is the Gym 3 Close, which is after the Zoc, and I'm after it. So, Nexo got it in a counter. That is good. And I got one shot in, but didn't want to follow up with anything. Didn't want to knock over the whole team. Let's see. I think, yeah, Nurse Gundam just ordered support fire. And let's see. There is. Okay, I think somebody just got the Gym 3 Close Combat. So, I'd like to see the Gym 2 Semi Striker get in on this power attack act, maybe at a slightly lower cost. That would be interesting. But let's see. Yeah, round's going fairly well, and really well, in fact. And I managed to, well, it was too late, but I did manage to jab the corpse with my lance for all the good that did. Yeah, it has a heat lance, and it can substitute the heat lance for a double beam sword made up of the 2 gigantic hyper beam sabers on the backpack. But if you do that, you do not get a power attack. So I kind of think that's an option that basically nobody is ever going to use. Well, tag that Mudrock. That's pretty good. But yeah, I want to try it more, but yeah, just do not want to give up my power attack. Does not make any sense to do. So, it's just too much fun and too effective. Let's see, I'm charging it now, in fact, but then I did not notice the Gym 3 behind me doing the same thing, so that didn't work out in my favor. And I think my exploding stunned the Mark II that was trying to go after the Gym 3 that took me down, so that didn't quite work out. Mark II's alive, so that's the important part, but yeah. Let's see, support fire going out, and I am going to try and do something useful at this point. So, I think I've done okay, and yeah, it uses the Galbaldi Beta beam rifle, so it's a one-hit stun beam rifle, but it also does not have many rounds in it. I think 3? Yeah, so, and the trick is that unless they decide to ever give it a separate version of the beam rifle, that's probably never going to get buffed, because the Garibaldi Beta would be utterly insufferable if they gave that more rounds, because it's already strong enough without having to without more more uptime on those stun shots. So yeah, it is what it is. But to be honest, I have a feeling this is going to end up being fairly insufferable without with stun shots too. Let's see, yeah, and I knocked down one of our allies, but just I tagged 2 people with my power attack and took out the Mudrock in the process. So to be honest, that is the primary reason I decided to keep this round. So I am, oops, there's the Gen 3. There is a Violent in my face. Yep, and I am dead. Violent has really good melee, and that Violent also has, really good attack against anybody with astigmatism. Apologies there, because I think I have mild amounts of it, and that doesn't do my eyeballs a lot of good. But it's been a long time since I had any kind of significant problem with that. Let me tell you, growing up with a black and white checkered bathroom floor, just even mild astigmatism, that was a fun thing. So yeah, that's a thing, or was a thing, and now I'm hopefully going to make this Lance a thing. I just have to get close enough to do it. I also need to really work on firing those beam cannons without overheating them. It can be done. I just need to work on it more, because it's I think they don't stun unless all 3 shots hit, which is kind of why I do that. Okay, that was a good set of hits. I can stun that person too. That would be great. Power attack charging. Am I going to come around the corner with it? I think I might. And chunk. Missed. And missed. Dodged. Got out of the way of the Gym's melee. That's good. Except there's the Gym 3 close combat. There's one of each, and this is the precise moment I realized that. So, let's see. I wish I'd gotten up a little faster, because I probably could have done something. I jabbed that in the feet, but it didn't register, probably because I was already officially dead from the missiles it launched when I stabbed. I had more iframes. I could have just let it go, but, you see somebody in front of you, you kind of want to stab. Let's see. 30-some seconds left. We've got this 2-1. And I think obviously I think we've got this, since it's not an ace match. And we'll see how this goes. Let's see, Nurse Gundam firing some more support fire. And let's see if I can, we've got about 20 seconds. Let's see if I can get in something. Just anything. So that would be my my desire here. Another thing about the power attack that takes me a while to get used to, I did knock somebody down, is, okay, yeah, I'm not going to get anything good out of this, but I can try. Rolling, probably? No, I'm just locked down, so nothing I can really do. But one thing about the power attack is that it is, if you try to start it while you're boosting, you'll just stop an attack. So you really have to just not be boosting, I believe, to start it. You can be moving, I think, but not boosting. Anyway, 3,300 points, 6 and 4. That's not bad, and we will now move on to round 2. And we are back with part 2, which is Gray's personal colors. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how these came out. These have, I believe, a good bit more gloss than Gray's brothers, or at least that was the intent, because Gray's colors tend to be fairly shiny. And yeah, I always like those. It's a nice color. I think I did a fair job of getting the whole rose gold thing down well. So yeah, we're gonna go back out. Still same crew, except everybody else has changed mobile suits. Nurse Gundam is now in a Garibaldi Beta, and Nexo is in a Garibaldi Alpha. So we've got pretty much the whole Garibaldi family here. Though, of course, the Garibaldi Alpha High Mobility type is now in the game as a clan match reward. It was only given out to the top 3 clans in the first round, so we did not... and I just screwed that up very badly and apologized profusely to Nexo at the time. But, yeah, we participated in clan matches for that, did not get it, obviously. We didn't quite make the top 100, but we had a good time, and I think we got a little bit more accustomed to doing clan matches. They were 400 simple battle, and I feel like I tried using my, or 350, excuse me, Simple Battle. I tried using my standard Gelgood for that, but did not quite work out, so I wound up going with the high mobility Zaku, and that worked very well for me. So that thing is great. And as I tend to do as a raid, I got myself surrounded and killed in the time it took me to say all that. So, unfortunately, I also got Nexo killed. See, meanwhile, Nurse Gundam picked somebody off, and let's see. Number 5 is going for support fire. Looks like number 6 is about to do the same, or vice versa. Either way, support fire is happening, and I think in a moment it'll be happening again. And I'm going to get back out there. Number 4 is about to drop, unfortunately. So, let's see what I can do. There is something, I think it's a Methus? Yeah, this is 500, I believe, so that's probably a Methus. I could chase it, but I'm much better off sticking with my team and getting directly in Nexo's way repeatedly. When I get in somebody's way, or when I stun them or something like that, my general response is to get out in front of them, as I have done here. Took a very slow tackle, but did not counter me, so that's good. And unfortunately, I was not quite on the ball with countering that. And boy, that must be... that fired more shots than I'm pretty sure I can, so that was probably a Gaz-R. Yep, I have a feeling it leans a little more towards the beams, and this is a little bit more towards the stabs. That's just a guess, but number 4 is about to die. They are way back in the corner. I don't think I can get there in time to do anything for them. Also, Nexo just got downed. Yeah, this one was a rough start. I remember that very clearly. From here, yeah, I'm gonna go back and help Nurse Gundam and like that. Words to those effects, and got out of the way of people trying to kill me for a moment. And I think that was the downswing on that, but did not do me any good, and I am getting just hammered by everything. I have about 2 bars of legs, so I can do some work, but not a lot. Just trying to, yep, that didn't work out, and I'm dead. I was aiming for the person behind them with very low health, but just didn't have time to pull it off. That said, I should be back soon, so that'll be good. Yeah, they've got at least 2 raids. The G-Line Assault and the Nightseeker V, both of which are really good. Nightseeker V now goes up to level 3. I got it. I think I got it. There are a couple of interesting level 3s and new levels of things that I got recently. But, let's see. Unfortunately, just about everybody is looking unhealthy. So it's just me and Nurse Gundam. And I just got to find something to hit. That was one. And the lance was not ready in time. Stunned, beamed to death, and what can we do? Let's see, that whatever that is up there and out of my hair for a moment, but I'd like to get a hold of it if I can. And see, we've got to find, basically looking for the best things to attack, and there's that Methus, which I think I'd rather be dealing with this person right here, which I dodged back out of the way since they were doing melee, and I just kind of bounced off of that melee attack, which was not my smartest move. Let's see, yeah, I'm getting knocked around a little bit, but let's see, managed to land some shots on the support up there, so that's good. It's about half dead. Gonna try land it early so I can get my charge going, and perfect timing on that. And somehow it tackled me, but it doesn't matter because it's dead. Unfortunately, the Nightseeker V's right here, so I'm not going to be alive much longer myself. And it's 3-on-3 at the moment, with the other 3 members of the team probably somewhere else, which is where they should be, because I'm doing something stupid. But, well, I got 1 shot in, but got knocked out of the downswing. Yeah, this was a slightly rougher round, but we do fairly well in the end. Well, we're getting up to the end, but yeah, as you can see, we're gradually making the score up. It's 12,000 to 8,800 now. We're closing in on that like 5,000 point lead they had on us. It's just taking longer than we probably actually have to get it to even up. C's about to be ready for support fire. I'm just going to go and help our cluster of people. Also, if I can pick off a straggler here, which is my goal, that would be good. Charging Lance, and I just have to get closer. That would be good. And Lance. There's a kill. Kind of a waste of the big swing, but I love the big swing. Let's got a few shots in, only one of which I think did anything useful. Got the Nightseeker V held down. Got hit its shield, and that was a good shot. And that was 2 kills in 1 combo, so I was very happy with that. And love to make it a 3rd, and I just walked past that person. I walked that person to death, and now I'm getting double teamed, which is not great. Got a combo off. The Methus that was behind me is gone now, which is actually good because that gave me a little bit more time to work on that J-gun, but unfortunately everybody just kind of focused me down, so which is what happens when you're the raid. I said in a comment, or I said in a video posted a couple weeks ago that I thought raids had a harder time of this game than supports do. Had a support main disagree with me. But here's the thing. As a support, depending on the situation, I can fight off a raid if everything goes according to plan. As a raid main, I can't fight off 4 generals. And since team compositions tend to go that way, that I feel personally makes the plight of the raid a little bit more significant than the plight of the support. That's me, but, you know, there's just... that's just how I feel, because you have, as a raid, you have, you know, as a support, you have 1 arch nemesis on your average team. As a raid, you have 4, 5, 6. But yeah, so we did not pull that off. We got close, I think. Pretty close. Not as close as I remembered, but I've done worse. 3450, 78,000, so... yeah, and I got some good shots off. I kept it because it was a fun round with friends, and I got that nice double kill in 1 volley in the middle of that corridor, and that was just fun. So I hope you enjoyed him, Gray, and I hope your brother does too. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more, so till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Almost back to fan and air conditioner weather again, I think, which, you know, I hates it, but it'll help keep the air clean once the air conditioners are on and keep, you know, the whole spring thing out of my hair, so that's something.